What's poppin'? What's good? It's your girl, Rachel J, and I'm back with another video. Oh shit. So, today I'm going to be doing a story time. And my story time is going to be about a very uncomfortable interview that I had at Good Life. And it wasn't exactly Good Life, it was the juice bar at Good Life. And it was just weird. So, this is my story time. So, I went in for an interview at the juice bar at Good Life because I do attend that gym because, you know, your girl works out. But, I mean, I go there once a week. Yes. Can you move? You're so distracting. Alright, so, and this is my story time. So, how it all started was I go to Good Life and I always leave really late because I don't like going during the day. So, I went, maybe it was around 1 o'clock and I was with one of my friends. So we went and then we were gonna call an Uber home because we just went swimming. My hair was wet, I wasn't trying to walk home in the cold. So I don't live far from the gym anyway, so we're gonna call an Uber, went back inside the gym, and this guy's sitting there and he owns the business there, and he offers us a drive home. And so I'm like, okay. So obviously stranger danger did not apply to me in that moment, but that's okay. So what I did, he came up to us and he's like, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, oh, we're just calling a taxi. And it's like 1 in the morning. He's like, oh, I'll just drop you guys home. And I'm like, okay. So he said we had to give him $10 for it because it was 2 of us and it would drop us off. It would drop us off at 2 different locations. So it would come up to around, shut up! It would come up to around $16 for the both of us. So he just said, give us 10. So we gave him $10 and then he like literally closed down the store and everything because he owns it. And then this guy brings around his dingy BMW and he's driving us home. So first he drives me home, you know, we're talking and everything. And then he drove home my friend. So my friend calls me the same night and they're like, oh, this guy wants you to work for him. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, because honestly at that moment I was looking for a job. Like, I've been working at the same place for around a year now. It's just your girl got suspended. So I got suspended from work and that wasn't the greatest because my boss is an asshole. So, oh my god, yeah, the reason I got suspended was because I didn't smile while a customer was with me. But I always smile at work, but they were paying, like, they were paying. Why do I need to smile if the person's not even looking at me? Like, you know those moments when you're in your feels and you're just thinking about life? Like, I don't even know what I was thinking about. I think I was just like, I know. So like my hands are crossed too and I'm staring at the cash and I was like, I'm so hungry. My belly's hurting, my pockets are hurting, I'm broke. So I was in my feels in that moment. I was like, damn. Girl, your life sucks right now. But the customer is paying, so they're not even watching me. And that's when this guy wants to come out and look at me. He's also the owner. And he's like, looking at me, walks over and he's like, smile at the customers. And he said, so fake. And then he brought me to the back and started yelling at me. He's like, you don't smile? And I'm like, I don't smile? I am the fakest person there. I open up and I'm like, hi, welcome to like, oh shit. I just kind of exposed where I work, but it's okay. But that's why I got suspended from my work. So currently I was looking for a new job. I still work there, but I didn't know if I was gonna work there for long. So I was looking for a new job. So I'm like, honestly, I was desperate. I needed something. So I went the next day and to go talk to this guy. And he's like, okay, let's have an interview. First off, this was sketchy. I had so many warnings, I just didn't see it. Like, the first warning was this guy trying to give me a ride home. Come on now. So I went in for an interview. I forgot my resume. I was gonna go home and I messaged him and I said, I don't even have my resume, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't even do the interview. And he's like, no, come anyways. So I come and I'm with my friend because we were gonna work out after, right? So he sits me down and we're talking and he's just telling me about, or not even he's telling me, he didn't ask me anything. So we're just sitting there and we're talking, right? And I'm just telling him my job requirements. I'm telling him where I worked before. I told him what I do, everything, right? And then I think, what was he saying? And me personally, oh, I know. So we're just talking, and then what I like to do in interviews is I try to be I try to make it more personal so the person will remember me. Because if you think about it, when you're in an interview or someone is interviewing you, they're interviewing how many other people, so you want yours to be special. So I was trying to talking to him, and then I'm like, and he was just talking to me about like going to the gym and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm trying to be an Instagram baddie. And he's like, yeah, those girls work hard. I'm like, yeah, they do work hard. And I'm thinking this guy makes pictures, but I guess he's gonna go something else. So then, out of nowhere, like out of nowhere, this guy looks at me and he's like, so, do you suck dick? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I'm in shock. And I'm like, did he really just ask me that? And this is a professional man who owns his own business, and I'm a minor too, and you're trying to come to me asking me, do I suck dick? What? I'm there and I'm like, I'm shook. So I saw my smile on my face. I'm like, nah. And then he's like, he's still pushing it. Like, when I get scared, and I don't say anything. I'm shook, right? So this guy's still pushing the question. He asks again. He's like, nah, like, tell me if you suck dick. And I'm like, nah. But in my head, I wanted to say so much more. I was like, what are you asking me? What's wrong with you? Right? And then right after, I said to him, I'm like, do you ask all your interviewers that, right? And he's like, yeah, I just gotta know, make sure the girls I'm hiring are good. And I said to him, like, was this ever like a problem from before? He's like, no. So in my head, I'm like, why are you asking me this, you know? So then the interview, like, I changed the whole subject. So at this point, I'm like super uncomfortable. I want to go. I'm trying to end it. I'm like, okay, right? So, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I was so pissed off. I really needed that job. So I changed the entire subject. I just went right back to my requirements. And this guy, I'm saying all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, but, and I went back to my requirements. And yeah, I worked here, I did this. And then this guy said, no, just chill. He's like, this is an interview. I just want to know. You still never answered me. And I'm like, bro, did I not give you an answer twice, right? I said no to this guy twice, and he's still pushing for something. I don't know what he wants, right? So I'm super uncomfortable, and I'm like, no, this is uncomfortable. I even said it to him, like, you know, that's an uncomfortable question. You can't really ask me that. He's like, well, I can if I'm gonna be your boss. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, because this is when sense is starting to come back. My friend, like, she's standing. It was so unprofessional of an interview too. Like, this guy was sitting right across from me, right? And then my friend comes and she sees me and she knows, like, she's overhearing stuff too, but she's not even sitting far. Why I say it's unprofessional, because we're literally sitting on the juice bar and she's sitting 3 like seats down, and I'm like, you're asking me this also in public in front of a lot of people. Like, if I was one of those psycho bitches, I could have just started screaming. Okay, so my friend comes and she's like pulling me out of the situation. So she comes and she intervenes and she's like, we gotta go now, it's a family emergency, because, you know, she's a real one. And she's like, yeah, so we're having a family emergency, we gotta go. And this guy's like, no, we're not done the interview. And this guy has some nerve, okay? This girl pulls me away and this guy comes back and he tries to grab my hand, and I'm like, what? And then I literally like move his hand. I'm like, no, I gotta go. He's like, no, but we're not done. And as we're walking away, this guy says, oh, by the way, what's your name? My guy didn't even know my name. You're the first to ask if I suck dick. You're the first to ask all these other questions. You don't even know my name? Like, come on now. Come on. So then I left and I'm walking out and she's like, I heard everything. And I'm like, I'm shook. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just walking around. Because it's one of those where it's like, you don't expect that. You're at a professional interview and that's not something you expect. Like, you don't expect that, you know? And this guy was really trying to grab me and pull me in. And I'm like, what? And he's like 30 something, and I'm like, this is so, that's bad. You can't do that, right? So now I'm walking around and like, I'm like, I feel violated. Like, what? Like, I didn't even do anything. I don't know what this guy was really thinking. I was like, you're, wow. And it was his business. And this guy was trying to tell me he was gonna not even pay me minimum wage. Because he hit me with the, you know, I can't even pay you minimum wage. And I'm like, hey, he's gonna pay me like $12 an hour. But you know, money is money. I was broke. Like, because I got suspended, so I wasn't getting paid for 2 weeks and I need that money. And he was saying he'd pay by paycheck. He pays everyone that works there paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, right? So I'm like, I needed that money. So, he's like, oh, I'm like, less than minimum wage. I'm like, okay, so it'd be like last year. Like, I'm like, this guy's still paying $12, because I know some companies are still paying people $12. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna pay you $8. I'm like, what? You're gonna pay me $8, you're gonna pay me pocket change, you're gonna give me a 5, a toonie, and a loony every hour? Like, come on now. And you're trying to come up and pull up with all these questions with 8 hours? Cut, cut, cut. So I was so cheesed, I was so mad. I went home and this girl bought me a cake because she's like, oh my god, I feel so bad. It was so uncomfortable. It was honestly the most uncomfortable position I've ever been in. So yeah, that is my story time about how my worst interview ever. I've never been asked if I suck dick in an interview, especially to be a barista. Like, come on now, come on. I'm not even applying to be a stripper. But yeah, that is my story time. I hope you guys liked it. It was a little insight on something that happened to me actually recent. Not really that recent, but it happened this year. So yeah, so subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Like if you want some more. I can't talk right now. Like this video if you want to see more, or you want to hear more, you want to see me do more challenges, and subscribe if I didn't already do that.